What's up, Internet, and welcome to the YieldTomato Gaming channel. And we are bringing you another pickups video. The first one, actually, for 2016. And the end of last year, I missed out on experiencing a game, really, that I ended up loving. I haven't finished it yet, but I am just blazing through it, and that's Yakuza 5. I'm not putting that in this collection update pickup video thing because, well, it's not a physical release in America. However, with how much I enjoyed that, I have gone out of my way to start collecting all those games. Because honestly, I feel it's a really unique brawler that doesn't get enough attention. So, we're going to start with, of course, Yakuza 1 on the PlayStation 2. Fun fact about the Yakuza 1 and 2 games is they were actually voiced in English, and they had some pretty decent talent in them. The script is pretty bad, but the voice acting itself is pretty good. And the crazy psycho character in the series known as Majima, in the American versions of 1 and 2, is voiced by none other than Mark Hamill. So that's kind of amazing, if you ask me. So I'm like, I have to experience the craziness in English, and I'm hoping he does just as amazing of a job as he does with the Joker and so many other things that he does. So that's kind of an exciting thing when I get to that. And following up Yakuza 1, Yakuza 3. Because Yakuza 2, Yakuza, that's a good one, I like it. Yakuza 2 is ungodly difficult to find. It's a very, very rare PlayStation 2 game, partially because of how late it came out. So that one's kind of waiting, because it's going to be a hard one to get. But I picked up Yakuza 3 because I found a good deal on it. And as I said, I'm wanting to just get my hands on all these games at this point. And so, of course, to follow up 3, we went with 4. 4, I heard, was where things really picked up with the series getting far more intense and way easier to get into. That, and it has a freaking amazing soundtrack. If you guys get the opportunity, just look up the music for these games. The install screen alone for Yakuza 4 got me really amped. I was like, this is freaking great. So I kind of want to buy the soundtracks to these now because this is so good. And the last physical release I've picked up for the Yakuza series, because there's many others, Dead Souls. Basically, it's a big fat what if sequel to 4. It's got most of the... Is it most, or is it... Oh, well, it's got like key figures from the games that you play as. Much more emphasis on gunplay than a lot of people would have expected out of the series, because it's all about beating the holy crap out of everybody. And it got really mixed reviews, but I watched a couple of videos on it, and I looked at it like I'd probably enjoy it. And I got it for a price that was very reasonable, so I am not going to complain. So now we're going to move on to a couple of Dreamcast games I picked up. The first one is a... I don't know how well known it is. I don't think it's very well known. A Resident Evil 1 clone, or not Resident Evil 1, but just Resident Evil in general clone, called Carrier. The first time I saw this, I actually thought it looked pretty freaking sweet. There really isn't a lot more to that. It looks like Resident Evil. The overall play is basically Resident Evil, and I love Resident Evil. So this was kind of a must-get. I'd been putting it off for a while. I figured, well, I'm just going to break down and get it. There were some at good prices I was finding, so I got on it. And that knocked another one out of the collection. And the next one is brand new. So I found a seller on eBay that was selling these for like $15, and he has a whole bunch of them brand new. And it's an Atlas game, Maken X. It is I think it's in some way, shape, or form directly involved with the SMT universe. I want to say it has something to do with the Digital Devil Saga series, and just based on the way the designs are of a lot of the elements. But that could just be because the SMT world is all interconnected in general. But this is like a first-person hack and slash kind of game, and it looks sweet. And of course, you know, art is amazing. I mean, if you look at it, if you're familiar with the SMT artwork, they're really unique. They're distinct, and it's good. So, and it actually looks like it's pretty darn decent graphically for a Dreamcast game. It looks like it might even be a notch above a lot of them. But, you know, I haven't opened it yet, but I do plan to play it. I think it looks great, and it's probably not super long, so it could be something I could get through with relative ease. Next, I'm going to showcase, this is the first in this series that I have played, but I wanted to get the others, and I am going to have to get the others now, and that is The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel. First, Xseed, Marvelous, you guys know how to do a premium package. This is a beautiful premium box. I've taken most of the stuff out of this. It came with a pin, which I think I actually left in here. Yeah. Came with a small art book, came with a soundtrack. No, it didn't come with a soundtrack, pardon me. But I've played a little bit of this, and from what I've played thus far, it is basically the best parts of, I want to say, Final Fantasy X-ish, well, I shouldn't even say that, because the only thing that it really has in conjunction with that aggressively is the overall layout of the screen when you're doing your attacks and stuff. But basically it takes the dating, it's basically like Persona's dating stuff scaled back a bit, mixed in with a very interesting cast of characters. I actually like all the characters in this for the most part. I think there's, one of them's annoying, one of them I just don't like. The rest of them are great, and there's a lot of characters in this, so that's not a problem. I just leave them out of my party at all times. But it's very addicting gameplay. You can combo your attacks with other teammates if you link them together, and you can link them to each other in different turns. So after you do an attack link with this character, you can change the link once you're with a different character to someone that's already attacked. And then they can perform another combo attack with you if they're in the proper proximity and stuff. So it's got a really cool chaining system for doing attacks and combos, which is really enjoyable. I picked up the Vita version. It is also available on PS3. I recommend everybody that likes any RPGs, really, should definitely give this a shot. The Trails series is fantastic. And I'm going to finish off this video with Resident Evil Origins Collection. This is, I want to almost say bittersweet for me, just because I pre-ordered Resident Evil Remake digital on the PS4 because they said they were not going to do a physical release in America. So it's bittersweet in that respect, because I've spent an extra $20 I didn't need to. And I am kind of irked that I never got my bonus theme, unless I misread that somewhere. But I love the Resident Evil series. It's one of my favorite series out there. Resident Evil 0, I think, is one of the most underrated of the series. It's in my top 3 Resident Evil games, along with 2 and 4. And it's, of course, in my top 5 with the original Resident Evil and all that. But end result being is, these are fantastic games. They're not for everybody, but they are really good. And so I'm really glad to finally be able to have a physical copy of these on PS4 after being told that we weren't going to get that. I really don't like when they do that. But yeah, so more Resident Evil goodness. So what do you guys think of the video? Any of these games you guys are familiar with? What did you think of them when you got to play them? What else do you think we should collect based on what you've seen us pick up here? What else do you think we'd enjoy? It may show up on our next video. Go ahead and put the comment down below. Let us know. We'll respond to any and all comments we can. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more pickup videos, more Let's Play videos, and I am working on more reviews. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see ya.